What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the Uncensored with the Coffee podcast. Today's topic, why I complain. Why do I complain about everything? But before I get into all that, I want to thank today's sponsor, RM Tuning. RM Tuning is LS and LT. Bring your truck by and they'll satisfy all your truck's needs. So, why do I complain? Well, today, what's been going on? Are they playing music and they know I'm doing a podcast? No, they don't even know I'm doing a podcast. Hold on, let me tell them. Shut this shit up. I don't even want to complain, but they're making me the bad guy. I'll be right back. Hey! Yo! Calm down the music! Calm down the music! Yes, I'm doing a podcast. Oh man. Just when I'm getting it right, this is literally my 29th time taking this, and every time I'm getting close, something happens. They're playing music, they're buffering the car. I mean, we picked a good spot to like make the podcast room, and it's very comfortable. The lights are good. It's very nice. But the kicker is that it's right next to where the people work when it comes down to cleaning the cars. And I picked it right now because this is when they're almost about to take off. But they're staying a little late to get the job done. So shout out to them. Okay, back to what's been going on with my life. What's been going on with Little Blue? What's the issues? What am I going to be complaining about today? How everybody puts it. So, today was good. It was all right. It felt like a good day. So, I was driving to Conroe, right? Everything's good. Stopping, I'm driving, I see, as I'm passing Project Torque headquarters, I see Freddie finally came back from California or Vegas. No, Vegas, then California, now Houston. So I'm passing him. He has the Lamborghini out, and he's giving everybody rides, right? Like, bro, that Lamborghini looks lit in person. I was a Audi R8 fan for a very long time. But seeing that Lambo, oh, man. I got to think about my choices now. If I ever get to that point. A boy can dream, right? A young man can dream. Anyways, passing over there, everything was good. I revved it just a little bit, just to, without the horn. I just rev it nowadays. So I'm driving, right? And then out of nowhere, my steering wheel feels weird. It feels like it's loose. And I'm like, I know my truck, this is not normal. I can tell right away that something's going on. It's just a slight feel on the steering wheel, right? So I started looking around. I started playing around with it, and turns out my tire popped. Oh man, my tire popped. That's my second set of tires in the back. The radios were gone. These are slicks, but not slicks. The ones that look like slicks but still have holes in them. So anyways, as soon as I saw that, I was really hoping for the ones in the front to be popped, because I can replace those real quick. But the backs, and people are probably like, you shouldn't be driving on those. You're dumb. Why are you driving on those? Because they look cool, and I love them, and I like them, and I love them. I love them so much. The way that the truck looks. I mean, we all want our trucks to look a certain way on the road. And to me, that is what I want. And you have to pay a price. The tires are going to wear out faster. I understand that. But I don't spin all the time. Let's go back to the story. I see it, and I'm just like, fudge. Well, there goes $450 for one. And, knowing that if this side messes up, you got to get the other side. And I checked, and as soon as I saw that, I was like, okay, what do I do now? I don't have a spare. So this is how I know God is at work. Because as soon as the tire popped, I was right close to exclusive Motorsports, where that's Alex's business, exclusive car plug. So I'm literally close. I'm literally like maybe 1 minute away. So as I'm driving, I shouldn't be driving on it, but I'm driving because I have no other option. I get to the place and I see Alex outside. Usually this man's not even there most of the time because he's always, working on some other stuff for the business. But today I caught him. He was right there. And what do you know? They're working on changing tires and they already have their stuff there. Like all the tools are there. So I can literally grab a tool and fix it. But I gotta ask first. I see it. They see the tire. They see that I am not in a good mood. So they ask me, what is it now, Omar? That's coming from Alex's voice. Well, Alex, let me tell you a little funny story. I fucked up. I just, I tell him what's going on. He sees the tire. All right. He's like, do you want to borrow the tools? I'm like, yeah, well, yeah, I'm going to do it myself. So I grab the tools. I go to the truck and I changed the tire. It took about maybe 10 minutes. I took the tire off, took the tire off. I'm still bummed out. The tire is very expensive. And I've been wanting to race the truck at the track, but it wheel hops, right? It wheel hops so much that I have to have cow tracks because the rear diff, it scares me. I don't want to break it. I already felt that pain before when it came down to the V6. How did that even break? It's a V6. I don't even want to get into that topic. Let's just say it broke while I had the V6. And it wasn't when I had nitrous. It wasn't when I had turbo. It was just how it is. Which was a good thing because as soon as it broke, then I got the posi unit 2-track. So, shout out to Alex from Exclusive Car Plug, right? I got it done. God was at work, guys. They were changing tires and they had the tools. Yeah, and then I changed it. That fixes one problem, but the other problem is that the truck looks like Mickey Mouse now. Oh, man. No, that's the wrong button. The truck looks like Mickey Mouse now. Plus, the valence in the front finally went out. It messed up. I have no more zip ties. They're gone. I mean, I can put it back on, but I get tired of overdoing it. It always comes off, and I always put more zip ties. It pisses me off to the extreme, but I have to work with what I got. That valence itself is like $450. $450. So you're dealing with tires in the back. You're dealing with the valence in the front. Also, my light is around just one headlight costs $500. Around $500. Close to $500. Somewhere around there. Just so you're putting the tires in the back, the valence, and the light, and other little details that I'm going through with Little Blue. I mean, even though I already bought those parts, you're basically spending about, I'll round it up to like 500 plus 450 plus another 450 plus the valence. Well, around about close to $2,000. You gotta be kidding me. $2,000. Everybody's like, why don't you just fix this? Why don't you fix that? Well, I'm sorry. Let me go get it my piggy bank with my Lamborghini next to it and pay it off all at once. Fix it. Now, probably people are wondering, oh, don't you have that YouTube money? What are you talking about, Willis? How much I made last month? I made about $500. It's not, I mean, you can make a lot of money. Like, okay, don't get me wrong. YouTube money is good. It's just not all that great. Because when it comes down to making a video, you're investing a lot of money into it. That plus adding parts. That's a lot of money. So, but if I can get away with making videos constantly without spending that much money, then I think I can break even. I can make more videos, more entertaining, right? it's a struggle. It's a very struggle. I'm proud. People are always, probably on the other side, people are already saying, why don't you just get a job? Trust me, I love what I do. I don't want to complain about it. I don't. But I'm in YouTube. The way that I'm running things is that as a YouTuber, you have to explain what's going on in your situation, because then people are going to be like, well, technically people already bombard me about questions about this, and that. And then when I start telling them what's going on, they start accusing me of complaining. Here's the thing. If you accuse me of complaining all the time, first of all, that's me showing to the people it's not all that easy, and it's a real deal situation. But the thing is, as I'm complaining, I'm still doing. I am still fighting my way, trying to get it done, try to fix it, try to learn as much as I can, so the next time it breaks, I can get it done without asking for help. And shout out to everybody that's been helping me out throughout the whole journey. So I learned a lot from my truck breaking down so many times. And when it breaks, I have to keep making video. I have to keep making videos. I have to keep moving. So when I learn something from somebody, I can finally do it myself without driving hours away, wasting time, wasting money, and sometimes they don't even have the time, and I have to make a video. I have to get it done. This is the truck everybody wants to see. Everybody wants to see the progress. It's the biggest investment that I have in my disposal. And no, I don't have that much money. If I get a job, I wouldn't even have time for YouTube. Here's the thing about YouTube as well. If you don't post videos in a week, or maybe 2, or a month, this already happened to me. YouTube stops showing your videos to all your subscribers. That's why when people say turn the bell notification on, because eventually you're going to forget the YouTuber, or it's not really going to come across your mind too much. So you're not even going to hear about it. And YouTube is not even going to throw your videos out there for people to watch. If I take a break, which I did for a whole month, I went from 35,000 views all the way down to 10,000 views. I barely get 20,000 views and counting. I'm complaining about it, or am I explaining? The way I see it, I'm explaining the situation. I'm not complaining, I'm explaining. But, I got a lot of haters, so they're never going to stop. So they're going to keep on saying I'm complaining. I'm just giving you guys the rundown on what's been going on when people say, why don't you get this? Why don't you get that? Haha, this, you can't get this, you can't get that. Well, there's things that are going on my end that you don't know about, that it's a challenge for me. But the thing about me is that I love challenges. It's just I'm getting tired of this challenge. Oh, man. It's annoying. So this podcast was just going to be about 20 minutes. I know a lot of people will watch me if I stop complaining and I start, doing all this, doing all that. If I listen to the people, yeah, sure, I can succeed. I can have more people watching my vlogs, but I don't do it. I do it because I know a lot of people out there, they're thinking, oh, he's a YouTuber, you can fix it easily. There's no need to complain. I just want to show people the realization of what it takes, what you're going to go through, how much you have to spend. And it's not a joke. When it comes down to being a YouTuber, you have to be all in or you're all out. It's not as easy as most people think it is. Everybody wants to be a YouTuber till it's time to edit. This is my God-given gift. I'm going to use it. All right, the podcast is already about to end. I'm already past my time limit. I just want to get this cleared for you guys. What happened?
Continue.
I just want to show the people what's real. Wow, you asshole. I can hear you. Okay. I'm not editing that out. Alex came in. Anyways, I just want to show the people the realization. I can go back to welding. I can make stupid amount of money. I have bills, but if I get a job, those bills don't mean shit. I can get a job. I can get a house. I can get a wife. I've been craving to have a wife one day. I can get my truck up to date. I can do all these things. Yo, I'm in a podcast. Oh, well. They don't even care. Now I got to complain about that. So, I can go back to work. I can do all these things. But that's how I can show you guys that I'm dedicated to what I'm doing, because I mean, it takes a lot. Look at all the crap that I'm dealing with, and I'm still here trying to freaking figure it out. This is what I love to do. So who are y'all to judge me, a real person, to do which I think is best for me? I get to choose what's best for me. I get to choose what I want to do. Bro, I'm still in podcast. Anyways, we'll talk a little bit more about this on a different podcast episode. Right now, I feel like Alex wants to talk for his podcast. I'm already gonna end the podcast.
Can I say something?
Join to his.
Say something.
So
No,
I want to
no.
say something because
Say something.
yo.
It's not even connected. That one's connected.
No, you connect. No, you connected that one.
I'm connected.
He's connected.
Connect mine.
You have to connect it with the wire. It's not connected to the.
Oh yeah, that one doesn't have a. He's missing the wire.
Damn, I wasn't gonna make this an hour long.
No, I'm just gonna cut it to the point.
Okay, say something.
Yo.
Yeah, all right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can't hear you though.
You can't hear me?
Nope.
You sure? Oh.
Now I can hear you.
First of all, shout out to you, because the tire pop, you had my back.
Yeah. So
That was a real shout out.
the reason why I always have Omar's back is because he has no filters. So I'm gonna put it out like that. Whatever he says is what he feels. Some people filter a lot of things, but he says what's in his mind. Some people judge him because of that, because he says random ass things. But I say, don't judge him. He says what is in his mind, and that's what some people are missing. Some people are fake. Some people don't say the truth. They don't say what they want to really say. And that's why I feel like Omar could teach other people and say, hey, just be you. That's it. It really is. Like when you say my B6 is stronger than most B8s out there.
Which is true.
It was true.
I've proven it.
You proved it to me. You smoked me on my 5.3 several times, right? So I believe you. I mean, I have some type of respect towards Omar. Sometimes he can go out his mind, but I feel like most of the time he's speaking his mind. So
We're trying to change his negativity.
yeah,
It's not negativity when I'm trying to explain what's going on. I mean, most of the stuff that I'm going through, it's negativity. But I'm still positive. I'm still pushing the positivity because I'm still moving.
So you started this podcast because the podcast that you did was you speaking your mind. And that's the cool thing about podcasts, because there's no filter. You say what you want, and there's nothing that you can filter out, right?
Oh.
So I feel like that's something respectful from you.
I feel like people do hate me just because I do tell the truth, and even though it's gonna make me unpopular, I still speak my mind out.
Yeah, so you see that's the thing, is like you got too much to lose and you still don't care, right?
Yeah.
So it's cool. I mean,
It's-
that's badass.
It's tough. It's tough being real.
Yeah, I think it's respectful. I think what most people lack is the fact that you just gotta be real. You gotta be truth to yourself. You try to be someone you're not, fake, man. It could only get you somewhere. It could only get you so far. Somewhere.
There's a lot of people that can make it just by putting a filter on.
Yeah. So I mean,
mean-
but it's gonna catch on to you. So the thing is, the good thing about you is that you're real, and then you just say you say what you feel. honestly. And you get in trouble sometimes for saying what you feel, but I mean, it's who you are, right? And
It's tough being fake. I can't lie. It's just not my nature.
and that's cool that you said that. You know, you're doing what you love and getting paid for it. At the end of the day, so respect to that, and
Did you understand what I was trying to say? Because it was a little.
I cut into it, but I know what you say. So everything you say is what you feel. So
Yeah, it's like.
It's organic.
Wait, hold on. What?
It's organic. Everything you say.
So basically, on the podcast, I don't know if I explained it so good. I guess like in the beginning, it was like I felt like I wasn't succeeding because where I'm at and where everybody else is at. But hold on. But that's just me thinking small. I see people, like I see where I'm at, and I'm thinking, did I succeed? But then I'm like, I'm getting paid from YouTube.
I feel like you did. Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you're still, in respect to people that are 9 to 5s, there's nothing wrong
Yeah.
to having a regular job. There's really nothing wrong. And if anything, it's less stressful. What you do is more stressful because you wake up the next day, you're like, shit, I got to grind.
And
Because
mentally.
if not, I don't pay my bills, whatever, right? And the joy that you get off of it is that you're doing what you love at the end of the day. So.
Yeah, that's one of the kickers.
I think when you did that podcast, no lie, I kind of fast forward a lot of things.
I actually did myself.
So, but the last thing that you said, one of the last thing that you said, and when people don't understand is that doing what you love makes you happy at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you doing
I think
do
today-
you, and that's it. And
Yeah.
and at the end of the day, whatever comes next is just
It's just today's topic was why do I always complain, and it's mostly just to do with I'm just explaining.
So I've known Omar like what 2-3 years? No, 3 years.
Yeah,
So he complains because he's just being who he is.
I'm being honest.
You're being honest.
And you
So
asked me-
Some people see. Listen to this. Some people want to hear what they want to hear, right? So if for example, if I'm going through some shit, I want somebody to tell me what I want to hear. But sometimes it's not the right thing to do, right? Sometimes you got to be honest. Be like, hey, you know what? You're fucking up. It's not right. So that's the thing that you do, right? You just like, you say what you think and you say what you feel.
I mean, you see how I make my videos. People realize when I'm actually making a video.
So you edit,
That's so
like
much.
you edit mainly like miscellaneous things. You don't edit yourself out. You don't edit like, oh, you know what? Maybe not say this because people are not gonna like it. You say it, you're like, nah, I don't care what I don't care
Yeah,
what
I
they
honestly don't care, but the business isn't growing, and I'm going through. I want to do certain things that I can't do right now.
think. So
because
your thing was not trucks, right? Remember when you said, I was like, that's not my scene where I want to be.
no,
at.
I want to be in the trucks. It's just the people make it tough for me to stay in it.
But I feel like your market is more into like cars,
I
exotics
tried
and
it.
shit.
I tried it. Like when I was working on the Miata, I just felt like something was wrong. I want to
feel
start
at
working
the
on
end
my
of the day,
truck.
do whatever you gotta do that makes you happy, like you have been doing. So
I tried to move to the cars. Okay, one thing about it is that I know I can succeed in the cars. I feel like I benefit. Like I feel like I can make it there more than the truck scene.
yeah, if you
But
feel
when
like that, then
Yeah, I did. But when I was working on the Miata, I felt out of place. I felt like I should, like the trucks is who I am.
okay. So then you realize that truck is where you gotta be. So it's cool. I mean, I feel like people need to start doing what they want to do, and rather than doing what is out there. Like like I'm out there doing this because I'm following the trend. Don't follow the trend.
I don't like it.
Do you? So
I mean, I had the V6 and I worked with what I got.
yeah, you work
know?
with what you got. No,
You know,
that's
it's a
cool.
lot of-
I mean, I got hands on it. You smoked me. People don't see that. People didn't see, and they're like, oh, B6, because they were so used to that 2000 to 2006 body style, right?
With
that
that-
V6
yeah.
was stupid slow, really reliable
real
truck,
slow.
really reliable truck, but it was really slow. Now the different gen, the 2014 2018, it's almost like a B.
it.
Yeah, it's almost like a B.
It has the same. It has more torque.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
right there,
Yeah,
and it has more power.
but it's too much to explain. That's what you're doing podcast.
yeah,
Cool.
I guess we'll talk a little bit more on that topic on some other video. But
Alright,
today, thank you for coming
Do you,
through.
man? Do you? At the end of the day,
I can't. Yeah, and I can't be fake. I'm sorry.
for sure.
If I know I'm not. If I don't succeed, I'll just say screw it.
Screw it.
I was real throughout the whole process.
Don't give up though, man. Like it gotta take a lot to give up.
It's been 6 years.
I don't have anything against changing your route. You know what I'm saying? If you want to change the route, change the route.
No, it's
But
true.
And
don't quit on your life. Like
I'm
this is
not
the
gonna
end.
quit. I'm not gonna quit. I feel like I'm getting close to getting a job. But if I do get a job, it doesn't mean I'm quitting. I'm just like,
Yeah, you're gonna take it more slow. You're gonna take it a little slower because now you got more time
Priority.
with your job and
It'll
shit.
take a little while to come back. So
But don't quit. Don't be a quitter.
it's been 6 years, man. I haven't even quit.
Don't quit.
I appreciate you guys coming into the vlogs. Oof. And I'll see you guys on the next podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Be true. It's tough being tough. It's tough being humble. Just remember that.
I know you got a roll, but
See you guys later.
Well, that's cool.